Hello, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, your co-host. We're super excited about today's episode because it's something every English learner faces the struggle of thinking in English, but not being able to speak it fluently.
Yes, we've all been there. You know what you want to say, but the words just don't come out easily. It's like your brain is full of English thoughts, but your mouth is stuck.
Exactly. So today, we're going to talk about how you can move from thinking mode to speaking mode. In other words, how to take the English that's already in your head and actually say it out loud with confidence.
In this episode, we'll share real tips, personal stories, and simple strategies to help you speak English more naturally and without fear. Whether you're just starting or trying to improve your fluency, this conversation is for you.
And don't worry, we're keeping everything beginner-friendly. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, relax, and let's explore how to turn your English thoughts into real conversation.
Ready, Julia?
Ready, Jason?
All right. Let's start with something that every English learner goes through, and that's the thinking trap. You know, when you understand English, you can read it, maybe even write it, but when it's time to speak, your mind just goes blank.
Oh, yes. It's so common. Many learners tell me, I know what I want to say, but I can't say it fast enough. Or they say, I keep translating from my native language in my head, and then I get confused.
Exactly. That's the trap. Your brain is doing too much translating, searching for the right words, checking grammar, and by the time you're ready to speak, the moment has passed.
I remember one of my students who could write beautiful English essays, but in class, when I asked her a simple question like, "How was your weekend?" she would freeze. She had the answer in her mind, but she couldn't switch into speaking mode quickly.
I've seen that too. And here's the truth. It's not because you're bad at English. It's because your brain is still operating in thinking mode. That means you're planning and processing, but not yet comfortable expressing those thoughts out loud.
And that's totally okay. It's part of the learning journey. But if you don't work on moving from thinking to speaking, you'll stay stuck. You'll keep waiting until you're perfect. And guess what? That moment never comes.
So today, we want to help you break out of that cycle. We'll show you how to practice speaking in a way that feels natural, even if you make mistakes. Because fluency isn't about being perfect, it's about being active with your English.
Yes, speaking is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier the more you use it. Even small steps like speaking one sentence out loud every day can help you move from thinking mode to speaking mode.
And now that we understand the problem, let's talk about why thinking in English matters so much and how it can lead to fluency. So now that we understand the challenge, let's talk about something really important, why thinking in English actually matters.
Yes, this is a big one. Many learners don't realize that their native language is slowing them down not because it's bad, but because it creates a barrier. When you think in your own language and then try to translate into English, it takes time, and it creates hesitation.
Exactly. It's like having two steps instead of one. First, you think in your language. Then, you try to change it into English. But if you start thinking directly in English, your words can come out more smoothly and naturally.
Let's try a quick example. Jason, I'll say a sentence in English, and you imagine translating it from your native language. Ready? I went to the store to buy some fruit.
All right. So first, I think of that sentence in my own language. Then I try to translate it word by word. It's slow. And sometimes, the grammar is different or I get stuck on one word, like fruit.
Exactly. Now imagine if you already had that sentence ready in English because you thought of it that way. Much faster, right?
So much faster. And that's the goal. When you think in English, You reduce the delay between your thoughts and your words. You become more fluent, not just in grammar, but in real communication.
Also, thinking in English helps you train your brain. You start to see the world in English, what you're doing, what you want to say, how you feel. This makes speaking much more natural over time.
Right. It's like building a mental environment where English becomes part of your daily life. And here's the cool part. You don't have to be perfect. You can start small. Even if you think simple thoughts like, I am drinking water, or the sky is blue, that's already progress.
And the more you do it, the easier it becomes to speak without fear. Your brain and mouth start working together. That's when you move from thinking mode into speaking mode.
Exactly. So if you're listening right now, and you've been translating everything in your head, don't worry. You're not alone. But from today, try thinking in English, even with short, simple ideas.
Yes, and coming up next, we're going to show you how to switch from thinking mode to speaking mode step by step.
All right. Now let's get into the heart of the topic. How do you actually switch from thinking mode to speaking mode? What does that process look like?
Good question. Thinking mode is when you're silently planning everything in your head, choosing the right words, checking grammar, worrying about mistakes. But speaking mode is more like flowing with the conversation, not overthinking each word.
Yes. In thinking mode, you're in preparation mode. You're preparing to speak, but you're not actually speaking. And guess what? The only way to move into speaking mode is to start speaking, even if you're not 100% ready.
Exactly. It's like jumping into a pool. You can think about swimming all day, but you won't really learn until you get in the water.
That's a great analogy. So, here's a good first step. Start with short sentences out loud. Let's say you're making breakfast. Just say, I am cooking eggs, or I need a spoon. These simple sentences help your brain practice speaking without pressure.
Yes, and it's important to say them out loud, not just in your head. When you speak out loud, your brain connects your thoughts to your mouth. That's how fluency starts to grow.
And don't worry about grammar being perfect. Focus on expression, not perfection. For example, if you say, I go store yesterday, that's okay. What matters is that you're using your voice and trying to express yourself.
Absolutely. Mistakes are part of the process. The more you speak, the more your brain will self-correct over time. That's the power of practice.
Another tip is to speak without waiting for someone to talk to you. Many learners think they can only practice with a partner. But actually, you can create your own speaking environment.
Yes, you can describe what you're doing, talk to yourself in the mirror, or even make up a pretend conversation. Like, imagine you're at a coffee shop. Hi, can I have a cappuccino, please? Sure. Small or large? Large, please. Thank you.
I love that. You're training your brain to respond, not just to think. And with repetition, it gets easier. Suddenly, your mouth knows what to say without needing to plan everything.
And one more thing, don't rush. Speaking mode doesn't mean speaking fast. It means speaking freely. Even if you speak slowly, that's fine. The goal is flow, not speed.
Right? It's all about building confidence. When you shift from thinking to speaking, you're building a bridge between what you know and how you use it.
Coming up next, we'll share some easy strategies you can use every day to practice your speaking even if you don't have a partner.
Stay with us! Now that we know why thinking in English matters and how to start switching into speaking mode, let's talk about something really useful, simple strategies you can use every day to practice speaking mode, even if you're alone.
Yes. And the good news is, these strategies don't require a classroom or even a partner. You can do them anywhere at home, on a walk, while doing chores. Let's jump into the first one.
All right. Strategy number 1. Talk to yourself. It may sound strange, but it's super effective. Just describe what you're doing out loud in English. For example, I am brushing my teeth. Now I'm getting ready for work. I need to buy milk later. It builds fluency without any pressure.
I love that one. And here's strategy number 2, shadowing. This means you listen to a native speaker, maybe from a YouTube video, podcast, or movie, and you repeat what they say immediately, trying to match their tone and speed.
Right. It trains your mouth to move like a native speaker's. At first, it might feel fast or difficult, but with practice, it really improves your pronunciation and rhythm.
Okay, next strategy 3, record yourself speaking. This is powerful. You pick a topic, speak for 1 or 2 minutes, and record it on your phone. Then you listen back. It helps you hear your strengths and find areas to improve.
And don't be too critical of yourself. Just listen like a friend. You'll be surprised how much progress you can track over time.
Exactly. Now, strategy 4, use voice apps or AI tools. There are apps that let you practice speaking with voice recognition, or even AI chatbots that respond to you in English. They're available 24/7 and are great for practicing conversations.
Some apps even correct your pronunciation or suggest better words. It's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
All right, last one, strategy 5. Daily speaking challenges. Set a small speaking goal for yourself every day. For example, speak about your day for 1 minute. Pretend you're ordering food at a restaurant. Explain how to cook your favorite dish. Just one topic, one short moment. Every single day.
That's the key. Consistency beats perfection. Even if you only speak for 2 minutes a day, you're building the habit of speaking. And over time, that habit becomes fluency.
So remember, you don't need to wait for a perfect moment or a perfect partner. These small strategies can make a big difference if you use them regularly.
Coming up next, we'll talk about some of the mental blocks that stop people from speaking and how you can overcome those fears. Now let's talk about something a little more fun, practice conversations and role-play ideas. These are creative ways to improve your speaking when you don't have a partner.
Yes, role-play is one of the best tools for language learners. It lets you imagine real-life situations and practice the vocabulary and expressions you'd actually use.
Exactly. And the best part? You don't need anyone else. You can do it alone. Just imagine you're in a situation like at a restaurant, in a taxi, or on a phone call and speak both sides of the conversation.
Let's give a quick example. Hi, can I see the menu, please? Of course. Here it is. Thank you. I'll have the chicken sandwich and a coffee. Sure. Would you like sugar with that? Yes, please.
That's perfect. You can even write these little scenes down first, then practice saying them out loud. Or better yet, make up your own.
Here are a few fun role-play ideas to try. Ordering food at a cafe, asking for directions in a new city, booking a hotel room, introducing yourself at a party, going to a job interview.
And if you want to go further, record yourself doing the role play. Then listen, repeat, and improve it. It's fun, and it builds real speaking confidence.
The goal is to make your practice feel like real life. When your brain gets used to speaking in different situations, you'll feel much more ready when those situations happen for real.
Coming up next, let's talk about how to keep making progress daily and stay consistent in your speaking journey. Now, before we wrap up, we need to talk about something very important: your mindset. If you want to go from thinking to speaking, you have to let go of the fear of making mistakes.
Yes, many learners stay silent because they're afraid of being wrong. But guess what? Mistakes are proof that you're trying. No one becomes fluent without making errors.
Exactly. Think about how kids learn to speak. They make tons of mistakes, and no one laughs at them. They learn because they keep trying. That's how your brain learns too.
Right. If you wait for the perfect moment or the perfect sentence, you'll never speak. Fluency comes from practice, not perfection.
So, here's a mindset shift. Mistakes are not failures. They're steps forward. Every mistake you make teaches your brain something new.
Say it with us, I don't need to be perfect, I just need to keep speaking. That's the mindset that leads to real progress.
Up next, we'll wrap up with a few final thoughts and some encouragement to keep going on your speaking journey. Before we finish, let's quickly share some useful tools and resources that can really help you practice speaking more often and more confidently.
Great idea. First up, language learning apps. Apps like Elsa Speak, Speak English Now, or Hello Talk are designed to help you speak out loud and improve your pronunciation.
Yes, and Google Translate is great for quick practice. You can speak into it and see how your pronunciation is understood. It's a fast way to test yourself when you're not sure about a sentence.
Another great one, YouTube channels and English podcasts. Try shadowing native speakers or repeating short dialogues from your favorite videos. You can even slow the speed down while you practice.
Don't forget AI chatbots like ChatGPT, yes, like me. You can have a full conversation, ask for corrections, and practice any topic you want, anytime, anywhere.
And finally, journaling apps or voice memos. Use your phone to record a daily voice journal. Even 1 minute of speaking per day builds confidence.
The key is not the tool, it's your daily effort. Use what works for you and make speaking a part of your routine.
Coming up next, a final message to keep you motivated on your English journey.
All right, friends, before we go, let's leave you with a few final tips and some encouragement. Because we know learning to speak fluently can feel tough, but you're not alone.
That's right. Tip number 1. Don't rush. Fluency is not a race. It's a journey. Focus on small, consistent progress every day. Even just 5 minutes of speaking daily can change everything over time.
Tip number 2. Make English part of your life. Speak while you cook, walk, clean anytime. The more natural it becomes, the easier it gets.
Tip number 3. Be kind to yourself. You're learning something amazing, you're growing, every word you speak is a win.
So whether you're practicing alone, listening to this podcast, or talking to a mirror, keep going. You have the courage, and you have the tools.
Believe in yourself. You're not just learning English, you're building a new skill that will open up your world.
Thank you for spending time with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to share it with a friend and subscribe to the English Learning Podcast for more helpful conversations.
And remember, don't just think in English, speak it, you've got this.
See you next time. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of the English Learning Podcast. We hope you found these tips helpful and feel ready to switch from thinking to speaking mode.
Yes, remember, speaking English is a journey, not a destination. Stay consistent, keep practicing, and don't let mistakes hold you back. You're improving every day.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an update. And if you found this episode helpful, please leave us a review. It helps us reach more learners like you.
Also, be sure to share this episode with your friends or family who are also working on their English. The more people we can help, the better.
And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for more in-depth discussions and practical exercises. Plus, you'll find some great content to help you boost your speaking skills and move toward fluency.
Lastly, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out to us on social media or through our website. We love hearing from you.
Thanks for listening, and as always, keep speaking, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care and good luck on your English journey.